Hi everyone, Katie here. G Generation Eternal has just launched for a few days. So in today's video, we'll be taking a look into the different aspects of the game to see if this game is worth your time. So without further ado, let's get started. For those who are familiar with G Generation game, so basically the battle works in the same way, but beside the battle, we'll be taking a look into the characters, into the development, into the different stages, and also to see how the gacha is like. So yeah, I think as per every gacha game, right? I think the most important questions are how are the units like. So in this game, basically you can separate the gacha into three different aspects. One, each are the unit, as you can see in the screen now. These are basically the machines or Gundams that you can pilot, and they also have different rarity. The highest rarity right now is UR, followed by SSR, followed by SR, NR, so on and so forth. Okay, so unit is basically just the machina that you can pilot, and from the gacha, right, we are also able to have UR characters which come with their specific units which they pilot in the specific anime, I would say. So for example, for Zetsuna, if you guys are familiar with Jetsuna, you will know that he's a character from the Double O series, and he pilot the Exia line of Gundams and Quantum Double O. Yeah, so you are able to get different characters in this game too. One of the most important thing which you can also draw from the gacha are the supporters. Okay, so from supporter you can treat them as they are basically your mothership in this game. And let's take example into this pilot which this mothership which I have. So basically they have different skill and ability which they can provide to your units. So for this specific mothership that you can see, right, her support skill is EN restoration. So if we click into it, you can see that she's able to provide restore EN by 50% to your different unit that you deploy in the game. Okay, so besides that, she also have, if you look at the bottom center of the screen, you also see that she has this lightning fast ability. So what does it do? So for the lightning fast ability is basically you can treat it as a little skill. So for this little skill, she increases all stats of target unit by 25% for all units with lightning fast tag. And you can click on the effect target to see the current unit that you have which will benefit from this leadership skill. Okay, so with that out of the way, so I think this gives you a very simple, I would say, insights into how are the catcher like and what are the things that you draw for in this game. So yeah, if we go into develop, you can see that there's this development diagram. So if we go into seed, you can see that these are all the different unit which you can develop in this game. And on the bottom, on the top right of the screen, right, if you reach a certain percentage, let's say 25%, 50%, or 75%, you will also be able to unlock different rewards. So yep, depending on which series that you like, I think you can go and develop the units in that specific series. So for example, if you like series from Double O, if you like series from C, yep, I think this is an interesting aspect of the game. So let's take a look at this Perfect Strike Gundam which I have developed. You can see that he also have different abilities and different weapon skill. Okay, so this just gives you a very basic insight into this unit which I have developed. So okay, I will touch more on development in a future video. So I think for now this is just a basic introduction. So for stage, these are where all your event, upgrade stages, and main storyline is in. So yep, there's nothing different from other game which you have played. One thing which I would highlight, right, is the Eternal Road, which is on the bottom right of the screen. If we click into it, you can see that for different series, they are actually stages on either difficulty or hard mode, which you can do. So for example, right now I have already completed the normal mode Eternal Road for Gundam. Yep, for the basic Gundam series, and I have already obtained the first clear reward. So yep, you are able to obtain materials which you are able to then upgrade your units or characters, and you can get free gem here too. Okay, so I think these you will unlock more as you progress through the story, and it's definitely a way for you to obtain additional gem. So if we go into base, you can see that you have a warship cruise here. Warship cruise is just basically, I would say, treasure chest from other games which you have. So there's a countdown duration which you can see on the bottom right. Right now mine is on have already reached 22 hours. So if I click on the claim all, I am able to claim all the rewards which is being accumulated over time. And in the base, right, you can also have MS Dock, which you can add units which you have unlocked through the story. Okay, so I think for this right now, this is just for aesthetic purposes. Yep, and also you can fulfill character requests. So for character requests, once you have achieved certain times, for example, on the bottom right of the screen, you can see that if I have done 5 times, I have received the reward. If I do 10 times, then I will receive another 100 gem. Then if I complete 15 times, and if I complete 15 times, I will then be able to receive additional gems too. So yep, do not forget to claim your weekly rewards for your character request. And of course, for unit assembly, right, this is basically your gacha pool. In the pool that we have right now, it is just the premium unit assembly. So you can treat this as the general pool for other gacha game that you have played right now, and there are no specific rate up or anything like that. Okay, so I think this is quite a norm for all gacha game. If you use 10 pool, you are guaranteed a SSR or just SR in other game that you play, or higher on last pool. So yeah, pretty much nothing too different. And if we go into the drop rate, you can see that for the unit that you have, unit are the Gundams which you can unlock, and supporters are the mothership which you can unlock. Okay, so basically for the percentage wise, for units, they are 3%, and for supporters, they are 1%. So yeah, supporters are definitely much rarer than units. Okay, so we have right now we have 4 rarity: SSR, SR, and R, and each have their own respective percentages. Okay, one thing which I would like to highlight to you guys is basically the units which you can obtain right now, right? They are divided into three main categories: durability, attack, and support. I will cover this in a future reroll video to let you all know who are the characters, or rather units, which you should reroll for. But for now, just take note that UR is the highest rarity that you can get in this game, and there are 3 different categories for the units which you can pull in the gacha pool. So of course, lastly is the units with characters. As I have mentioned to you guys earlier, if you pull for example, if you manage to get a UR respective unit, right, then you get the corresponding characters. Yeah. So for example, if you manage to get, let's say, new Gundam, then you'll be able to also obtain Amuro Ray, as Amuro Ray pilot new Gundam in the anime. And for example, if you unlock if you manage to pull Sazabi, you'll be able to obtain Char as the pilot, and if you manage to get Unicorn, you'll be able to obtain the character Banaga Lins, so on and so forth. Yeah, and I think that is all that I have to cover for this introduction to this game. So if you have any questions that you would like to ask me, just drop it in the comment section below. Also, if you think that this video has provided you some insights into the game, I would say, yeah, do like and subscribe so you will be able to be updated on any future video I have on this game. So, of the ultimate questions, would I recommend this gacha game? I would say, after playing through the story mode, right? Let me show you. Okay, so for example, in the story mode, I have actually proceeded quite far because I have just played this game for like 1 to 2 days. I would say so far, the game is pretty well made. And if you are like me, a Gundam series fan, I would say, yep, definitely give it a try. Yeah. And as compared to previous Gundam game which are being released, I would say a lot of thoughts are being put in this game. So, yep, do give this game a try and do stay tuned for my future video like the tier list and also how to reroll. Okay, so that is all for this basic introduction into this game. Yeah, and I'll see you guys later. See you. Bye.